Good morning. We are back. Happy Monday. We got a fun one for you. We've got some running back talk. We've got everything that happened yesterday in the NFL All Day Streets. We've got 2 games for Monday Night Football. But more importantly, we have a triumphant return to the stream streets with G Dunn talking baseball towards the end of this one. Let's go.
Well, the top side streets are a dangerous place, so you better tune in to a credible face like this one. Yeah, this one. And you know he's not alone, and they're coming in hot. We got a Lake So Stan and a guy who really likes baseball. I don't know why he likes baseball.
Let's go. What's up, everybody? Let's see. Who do we have here this morning? I see we the people in the house. Stan Loves, Joker Rock, Borland's here. Daniel Loves, good morning. Regulator, JJL Smith to the house. Adam, Stubby Stubbs, Milo's here. Top Shot, Common Man, DB Foster's here. S. Kelly Bonavine. Who else? Joshua, good morning. Daniel, Orion, Blaze, Jump Shooting, Doc Delta, Mark's here. F it, Nico, Mark Nato. Mark and Mark Nato in the same place at the same time. What? Thomas Welch's here. Ramos, Snoop Loop, Getty's here. 40. DJ Local. Carlo Willis is here. Top Shot has done 41,000 of marketplace sales in the last 24 hours. Can't remember seeing it that low. Awesome Willis with the good news here. Homies is here. Welcome, everybody. Robert, JC Dynasty, Devontae Adams, RIP. Straight bats here. Good to see you as well. A lot of fun stuff this morning. Like the stream, subscribe if you don't do it. If you haven't done it yet, if you don't do it, that was going to sound like an early morning threat. Subscribe if you don't do it. I'll find out where you live. But yeah, like the stream, subscribe. You can look at our show notes. You can see all the stuff you need to do. So join the Discord, follow us on Twitter, sign up for the VIP. I am going to say we are going to start doing a weekly VIP stream. That's only going to be for my VIPs. That's the only way you're going to be able to see it. So sign up for that if you haven't done that yet. Get you some Discord, Alfie. And then what else we got in there? Oh, yeah, Playback. We've been messing around with Playback. Create an account. It's free. We get to watch games together. It's a lot of fun. Mark with some alpha. We're getting a Dapper sponsored in real life event tomorrow in Manila. Hopefully I can make it. That's amazing, Mark. We love to see more stuff like that. Here's what we're going to do today. So we're going to, normally this is the NBA show and then we have the NFL show at noon. This week, though, because we're firing up, we're going to go right into a baseball show at 10. We're just going to cover, and we're just going to do like the wide world of sports and Web3 this morning. And then we'll nix the noon show because I can't do 9 to 11 and then fire it up again at noon. Otherwise, it'll sound like this by Wednesday. So we're not going to do the noon one this morning. But yeah, let's we got Aces W champs. That was fun. That was a fun one. A lot of great content on Twitter yesterday after that dub. Asia Wilson was a lot of fun. Kelsey Plum just like living her best life. But let's start out in the football streets. There was a fun one yesterday. And for those that didn't tune in, we had a really good and full show yesterday. All day Alex all day jumped on. and we kind of dove into the fantasy aspect of the slate and talked just all things football leading up to noon when AJ Curry came on and announced what the NFL All Day challenges were going to be for the day. I talked with AJ after. We're going to do this every Sunday. So we were going to do the show regardless. Normally it's with John Boy Beats. He'll be back next week. But AJ is going to come on every Sunday and announce the challenges right here live. We're also working on giving away a pack next week for those who tune in. So the Sunday show's a blast. It's a lot of fun. We the people. I did see your question. I saw you and Orion going back and forth about asking the question. I was trying to keep it to the challenge. I knew we had only a short amount of time and wanted to make sure we focus on the challenge. But I will ask that offline. JC Dynasty said Noah Brown. Listen, the people were trying to talk me off Noah Brown yesterday. All right, you can't talk me off Noah Brown. 3.8K in that offense. Cooper Rush better than Dak. No, he's not. He's not. Don't let anyone tell you that. But Noah Brown was a smash play yesterday. Absolutely smoked. So let's just kind of go around. Let's go around the Sunday, the football slate, and just kind of what we saw yesterday. We can talk a little bit about the challenges after we do that as well. There was a lot of weird shit that happened yesterday, specifically in the 1:00 games, like just wild comebacks, right? So we had the Dolphins, which is shut out Tua making the thumbnail. I thought it was going to take like 15 weeks for Tua to make the thumbnail. And if he did make the thumbnail, I thought it was going to be like a sad one, right? Like Jimmy G traded to the Dolphins for Tua and the new starting. We didn't see that. So Tua, what did he throw? 6 touchdowns. Waddle. Listen, we wore the jersey yesterday. We were Waddle prepared. All right. We were Waddle prepared. Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill are going to be a problem. Those guys are too fast and they're both on the same team. We had Gesicki. Shout out the people who called Gesicki, who I thought was like dead in this offense. We weren't going to be seeing him after they like franchised him, but then tried to trade him and then didn't use him in the first week. Gesicki was live. I think if you're Baltimore, your biggest concern, right? Because Baltimore was up, what were they up? 35-14, and then Miami came storming back big time. That was a really big comeback there. I think if you're Baltimore, your biggest concern is your defense is just hurt. And I pointed that out in the Sunday show yesterday that I was like, it's Baltimore, so we assume their defense is just stout. And they just were like they were down 4 guys on their starting their starting defense, and specifically their secondary. And that's going to be tough for them. Now, Lamar looked good. Bateman looked awesome. Everybody's freaking out early on because Bateman had over 100 yards in the first half, and he was going to be in the challenge. And everyone was selling their moments because they were like, oh, my God, he's only going to legendary. It's $2,400 to get into the challenge. I was like, chill, babies, chill. Not only did Bateman not make the challenge, but like 2 guys in the same game on the other team beat him out in that. But that's going to be something to pay attention to with Baltimore is that defense. I think if you are a fantasy player and you have Lamar Jackson, I think you should feel pretty good because if their defense is bad, we're going to see a lot of shootouts in that game, right? A lot with that team. Mark Andrews came back. He had a really solid game. Again, Rashad Bateman's awesome. We saw Isaiah Likely come to life a few times. But Lamar looks really good. And, once they get J.K. Dobbins back, I think that was one of the real problems there, which led to the collapse, right? Is they had their best running back was Lamar, and they just had no run game there, and it allowed Miami to sneak back into that. So I think with J.K. Dobbins coming back, that I doubt we see them blow like 21-point leads again. Also, Miami's 2-0 now. I know the first week was against the Patriots. Is the Patriots defense good? Right? Is it good? Maybe. No, it's not. But 2-0 for Miami. Baltimore is 1-1, but the AFC North, I guess we can just let's just roll down the AFC North right now, right? I know a lot of people talking about the Niners. I promise I'll talk about it, but let's go in order. The Bengals, like Cooper Rush and the Cowboys just went to town on the Bengals. The real story, it's not Cooper Rush. It's not Noah Brown, but the Cowboys defense is legit. Micah Parsons, holy shit. And then the Bengals spent all this money on an offensive line, and Joey Burrow is just getting smoked, right? Just getting smoked, drop back after drop back. That offense looked anemic. I wonder, they played the Steelers and then the Cowboys, and maybe they're just 2 really good defenses, right? Maybe they're just 2 really good defenses, and like we see them play a more down-to-earth defense that doesn't have a guy like Micah Parsons or like TJ Watt, and maybe they're able to be a little bit more I don't know, more fruitful in that offensive space, but they looked pretty bad yesterday. That was an ugly ass game. I mean, it was a fun game because it went down to the wire, but that was an ugly, ugly ass game. So the Bengals dropped to 0-2, Super Bowl hangover, maybe. I don't know, but 0-2 for the Bengals. Steelers lost to the Patriots yesterday in a game that pissed me off every time Scott Hansen went there. We didn't need to see it. 17-10, I'm not interested. Just tell me who won. Just tell me who won at the end. Nothing to talk about there. There's absolutely nothing. There's no takeaways. I think Damian Harris, actually, the one takeaway, Damian Harris looked like he got hurt. I didn't see any post-game reports, so maybe somebody else can tell me that in the chat. But Harris looked like he got hurt right at the end of the game as he got a first down to seal it. And they were already down Ty Montgomery, who's on IR. And they were kind of down to two backs yesterday anyway. So if you are someone who's a Ramondre Stevenson truther, he might move into a heavier workload now. He might be the only guy. And if that's the case, both in fantasy, but also and the way these challenges are rolling out, I think the Patriots have a couple of nationally televised games. Stevenson might be someone to target. But again, let's wait and see what the Damian Harris news was, because I did truly miss it. And then who else am I missing there in the AFC North? We talked about the Steelers, the Bengals, the Ravens, and the Browns. So the the Browns were like, oh my God, we're gonna be 2-0. Nick Chubb, 3 touchdowns. Who needs Deshaun Watson? We got Jacoby, Brissett, and then Joe Flacco. Turn back time. Joe Flacco leads the Jets storming back. I think they scored 2 touchdowns in 2 minutes or something like that to beat the Browns. Hilarious stuff. I'm here for all of the Browns, just falling apart. I'm here for that. I think karma's real. So that was fun to watch. So when you look at the AFC North, you get the Ravens 1-1, you have the Steelers 1-1, you have the Browns 1-1, and then you have and then who's the 0-2 team of the Bengals. So that's kind of nuts. Yeah, Ramos, that's a good call. Amari Cooper did have a good game. I did not know he was number 2. It was he caught a pass. I think he actually caught a touchdown, and I was like, who the hell is that man? And it was Amari Cooper. So that was in 90 seconds. All right, Fernandez finally touting the Knicks for so long. He was finally can take a victory lap here. Congrats, Eric. So that's the AFC North. AFC East, we kind of talked about already. The Jets, right? So the Jets improved to 1-1. The Dolphins are 2-0. The Pats are 1-1. And then the Bills tonight take on the Tennessee Titans. We have a weird 2-game slate tonight of Bills and Titans and Eagles and Vikings, which that game I'm really excited about. The AFC South, hot garbage. Matt Ryan. To be fair, the Colts were missing both Michael Pittman, who we saw in week 1 was 95% target share, and Alec Pierce also had a concussion, but they couldn't do anything. Absolutely anemic. Jonathan Taylor couldn't get going. He was a bust. Which I can't wait to talk about Rumble, because for the last 10 days, everyone's like, yeah, you don't actually have to be contrarian at Rumble. You don't have to stack. You just got to play the best plays. Well, okay. Well, also Jonathan Taylor gets 7 points. Saquon Barkley took a big dookie. Christian McCaffrey didn't do too much. So sometimes, actually, maybe if you were a little contrarian this week, the field was cut in 2/3 immediately. So we'll talk about that later. But yeah, so the AFC South, right? So the Jaguars get a W. Trevor Lawrence found himself peeking into a challenge for a little bit and then fell back out, I believe. But Jaguars are 1-1. Colts are 0-1-1. Oh my God, Russell Wilson barely snuck one out against the Houston Texans. Texans who are now 0-1-1. And who's the other and the Titans who played tonight who are 0-1. But the Jags are kind of a fun bet to come out of the AFC South right now. If that's what the Colts are going to look like, I think the Titans are going to be real bad. And then obviously the Texans, but the 69mega.com, 69mega.com. We don't even have enough people here for you to start botting. We've only been live for 14 minutes. We're under 100 and you're trying to fill life with, actually, you know what? This is a little less about sex though. I got to tell you, you're looking for this. This is closer to Match.com than it is to say Grindr 69mega.com, because there's a fire emoji, but then it says fill your life with emotions, find love. I think that's nice. I think that I'm actually not going to mute that. That's nice. I think we should be encouraging people to find love, find your soulmate, your partner. I think that's important. But yeah, going back to Russ, man, they were booing the hell out of Russ in a win, right? Was it 16-9, I think? But it was gross. It was gross. Jerry Jeudy went down. That's something we're gonna have to keep an eye on. Patrick Surtain also went down too, so that's tough. That is tough. James just said Tandies. What's up, James? You're at the wrong place, James, but I'm glad you're here. Yeah, it must have been the suck ass comment. You're probably right with the people. But yeah, and then staying in the lane of the AFC West, right? So we know the Chargers fell to 1-1 after like a pretty good game against the Chiefs. Like that's one of the few losses that I'm like, oh no, you should feel good. Like that Chargers team really had that game won. But yeah, so the Chargers are 1-1. Chiefs are now 2-0 after beating the Chargers and also beating the piss out of the Cardinals last week. And then what a weird game between the Raiders and the Cardinals. Raiders had that game like locked up. They were like, you know what? What if we don't use Devontae Adams today? Yeah, I know he's really good, but what if we don't use him? 2 catches for 12 yards, I believe. One of them being like an Aaron Rodgers like Green Bay Packers touchdown, right? Like a 1-yard slant where you're just like, hey, let's just give it to Devontae. And then like didn't throw it to him again. Waller had a nice game, but they had a nice lead. And then just we're like, we're out on first downs. It felt like every time we went to that game yesterday, the Cardinals had the ball, right? The Cardinals just constantly driving in the second half. Kyler Murray went video game on us, right? Like backyard football, just running all over the place. One of the wildest things. James. All right. So James, hold on. Okay, no, you said the next thing. You said Tandy interview is depressing. What are your thoughts on Tandy's interview yesterday with that depressing guy? I haven't seen it yet. Because I know Tandy sent me it. But I've watched a ton of football. So yeah, I don't know. I've got no thoughts. We're gonna focus on my content right now. Yeah, James Conner went down. That James Conner injury, I like again, that was a weird one. That was a weird one. Only like, and watching the Cardinals respond to the Conner injury, right? They ended up using Darrell Williams way more than I thought. I thought it was going to be mostly Eno Benjamin's season, but Darrell Williams he looked good. I'm accidentally walking into a good bag and underdog. I think I have like 25% of him because he was someone I just kept targeting late in drafts, and it looked like a huge mistake. And now maybe we got lucky, but yeah, so the Cardinals like sneak away with a 1-1. The weirdest thing I saw, right? So the Cardinals get a touchdown. They need a 2-point conversion to send this into overtime, right? And then they get a delay a game. I've never seen that. And like no one gave a shit either. Kyle was just like, yeah, dude, fine. Back it up, man. I'll get it from 7. I don't care. And then he did. AJ Green with he just threw a dart to AJ Green. And then in overtime, Hunter Renfrow tried to fumble it as many times as he could, and finally it worked out for the Raiders. They picked it up and ran it in. So the Raiders go to 0-2. You get the Broncos at 1-1, and then we already said Chargers 1-1, Chiefs 2-0. Over in the NFC, Giants, again, similar to the Patriots Steelers, every time we cut to the Giants-Panthers game, I was pissed off. That was gross. It was just not a fun game to watch. Saquon Barkley was probably the best quarterback in that game. Like, it was just a weird-ass game. But yeah, Giants get a win. They go to 2-0. Panthers at a weird 0-2 now. We've got the Eagles playing tonight. The Cowboys snuck away with the 1-1. We already talked about that game. And who's the other team in the NFC East that I'm blanking on right now? Oh, Washington. Washington lost to Detroit in a really fun game. Amon-Ra St. Brown, best wide receiver in the history of the game. Move over, Jerry Rice. The sun god is here. Absolutely torched the Washington defense. They just couldn't stay in front of him. He was a monster. I think that was kind of what we expected to see from the Lions game. But honestly, that you put Goff and Wentz together with two defenses that are like, nah, we're good. That was like a fun back and forth game. For DFS purposes, I had a Wentz double stack with Samuel. I had Wentz, Curtis Samuel, and Logan Thomas, who both spiked, which was fun. Wentz got there late, was hoping for a little bit more from him, and then had St. Brown on the comeback. And so he was great. That was also with Jalen Waddle. So I had a fire lineup until Leonard Fournette was like, what do you want to see what dumps look like? Leonard Fournette was pretty bad. And so I guess we can kind of pivot over to that game right now. That Tampa Bay, New Orleans game was wild, right? So Tampa Bay gets the win. No one looked good. Jameis Winston out there throwing with 4 broken bones. I don't know. Hot take here. I feel like 4 back broken bones, too many. That might be too many for football. Maybe just let Red Rocket Andy Dalton sit back there and fire. Give it to Taysom Hill. But shout out Winston for gutting it out. But man, that was weird. Tampa looked bad. Tom Brady was throwing stuff, firing things around. It was weird. They just no offensive line. But I think if you're like glass half full for Tampa Bay, right? That New Orleans Saints defense is legit. So it's going to be hard. But the Tampa Bay defense looks legit. Patrick said, I can't remember. Did you say you're overexposed to Trey Lance? Yeah, I am. Yeah, so let's go to San Francisco. So San Francisco beat Seattle pretty handily. Trey Lance goes down in the first quarter in the home opener and is done for the season. It looks like he's going to require surgery. So all of a sudden, the Jimmy G extension signing, whatever, looks pretty sharp. So Jimmy G's in there forever. Yeah, I am overexposed to Trey Lance, but one of the things I did, I think I have like 24% Trey Lance, but one of the things I did was anytime I drafted Trey Lance, I drafted another pretty good quarterback behind him. So a lot of my Trey Lance stuff is with Trey Lance was usually my second quarterback in a lot of that. So it's not too devastating because I didn't have a lot of faith in Trey, but I thought it was like a really good upside play. So I actually was like poking around in my underdog a little bit, and we're in a pretty good spot right now. Just based on a lot of my flag plants look okay right now. But who knows? I mean, we're not even 2 full weeks in. But yeah, Jimmy G looked like Jimmy G, right? Had a couple of really bad throws, and they beat Seattle. And I think we have to. Trey. Let's be fair. He got hurt. James, what are you doing? What happened, James? Are you okay? Or I feel like James, you said his guest was depressed. I'm nervous you're depressed right now, James. Somebody check in on James. Square Bear in the house. Good to see you, man. But yeah, so Jimmy G goes ahead and doubles down. Also, James, if you were here on time, I said we're going to talk about NFL all day, and then we'll talk about NBA Top Shot, James. So go ahead, get some coffee in you. I don't know, look at some nice like animal photos. Change up the vibe. But yeah, Niners get the win. Seattle comes back to life a little bit. So over in the end, the Rams almost blew a game against Atlanta. They were, I feel like that Hail Mary there at the end of the game had a shot for a second. But in the NFC West, we've got who do we have over there? So the Rams moved to 1-1. Niners are 1-1. Seattle is 1-1, and the Cardinals are 1-1. So we've learned nothing about the NFC West. The NFC South, we touched upon the games, but the Bucs moved to 2-0. Saints are 1-1. Atlanta's 0-2, and then Carolina's 0-2. So there we go. That's all of the fun stuff from around the NFL world. The challenges went live pretty easy, and without a hitch too, right? It wasn't too nuts. So let me move on to NFL all day. Let me pull that up right now, and we can kind of poke around the challenges. I was fortunate enough that I was able to do both of them, which was nice. That made me feel good. Sorry, I got too many tabs open. We're closing some shit over here. So let's go over to the NFL all day. And remember to log in too, just to get that point, baby. Just to get that point. All right, so let's look at the challenges here. And all we had, right? So for the Sunday slate, let's view the challenge. The Sunday slate, all you had to do, and again, this was announced on Team Hold, which was fire. But where did we have? You needed to complete the challenges, fans will need to successfully submit a challenge entry with 2 moments from each of the positions: 2 quarterbacks, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, based on top performances and most combined yards. Fans may use any moment from the players who finish in the top 2. Fans also may use any rare or higher from players who finish in the top 3 as like a wild card, and fans may use any legendary from players who finish in the top 5 that have NFL all day moments, right? This is sexy. We love that. That's really exciting because there was a lot of stuff. I feel like there was a lot of reactionary stuff on Twitter over the week. People were just being like, well, looks like rares and legendaries are worth dog shit, Dave Feldman. Looks like they're worth dog shit. So I'm out here buying the scarce moments, and it's like, guys, it's been 9 days. It's been 9 days. Give it a second. So to go out there and to see some rares and legendaries be used was nice to see. I'm sure this is just the beginning. AJ said on our show too, they're going to continue to tweak. So what it looks like right now is not what it's going to look like at the end of the season. I also saw like MBL do a thread about how all day was broken as well. Or how like the gamification. It's just, guys, listen. And like Packrip as well too. Packrip tweeted out something that was like, good to see. Good to see NFL all day using what NBA Top Shot came up with first, huh? It's like, guys, just let them live. Let them live. But yeah, we're 2 weeks in. So just have a good time. Okay. Just enjoy it. See where it goes. I don't think we need to overreact too hard one way or the other. And for the love of God, it's okay to have fun with stuff every once in a while. Okay. I am someone who has Top Shot bags. I'm excited about Top Shot. I want Top Shot to do well. But let's just chill for a second. It's September 19th. Camp hasn't even started for NBA. Yes, they are doing a run it back drop this week, but just let it live. Let it live. Yogi says, what's your take on influencer packs? You know what's funny about that, Yogi? You know what I need to start doing? I need to start screenshotting or snapshotting every single pack I open, because I opened 5 packs from the rewards from last week, and 4 of them were garbage. 4 of the packs were hot ass. Here comes the bots. They were really bad. But I didn't show you the 3 defensive player pack I got, or the team melt pack. I didn't do that. I waited, and then I got a good pack, and I shared that one. So there you go. Chris says, wait to see the great ideas we steal from other companies too, not just Top Shot. No, yeah, I just thought it, Chris, I get what you're saying here. I just thought it was such a weird thing to put out there, to be like, hey, good to see NFL all day doing the thing that we already did. Suck on. It was just let them live. Let them live. Milo says, I think the throwaway challenge should be rare, Lego heavy, make folks go 4 for 4 to get 100 yards. The extra challenge can go towards rare collectors. We'll all get a chance, and rare holders get the extra try. But I think that's what we're going to see, right? I think we're going to see a bunch of different stuff. I think there will be a week where you do need to get them all. There might be a week where they're all really hard. It's coming. There's not going to be this easy. That feels like a song. Is that Coldplay? Am I saying Coldplay lyrics right now? It's not that, we're gonna come into the scenario where you're not gonna be able to do it, and then of course everyone's gonna go to Twitter. It's oh, why create the game so hard? It's only benefiting the whales again. Looks like all day's making the same mistakes as Top Shot. We're gonna see a bunch of that. So I don't know. I'm just out there collecting stuff now. I'm just going to try to complete what I can now and have fun with it, and enjoy it until the shit gets hard. And we the people, I do think this is right. And this is why I went out of my way to complete last night's challenge, which again, I'll go back to that. And I'll go back to that and do the Sunday night challenge so we can see it. But yeah, Dalvin Cook might mess this up tonight. I'm assuming he's going to. Nobody said it was easy. Ramos knowing that it is good with that avatar, right? I feel like with you showing yourself, you're on the beach with the sun in the background, right? And then you're out there listening to Coldplay. I think that's you right now. Just vibing to Coldplay on the beach as the sun sets. You know what, Ramos? Put that photo on Twitter, man. I'm gonna smash a like on that. You can't like YouTube avatars, but I would do that on Twitter. I would like that. Maybe even retweet it. Probably from the Team Hold account though, because I got to keep my content clean. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Dallas Goedert, Kirk Cousins. There's a lot of rares out there. It's gonna get feisty. So that's why I think we went out and completed some of those while we could, let's go back over to the Sunday slate. So this was a Sunday slate. I completed that. How many people completed that one in the challenge? I didn't think that one was too feisty. Actually, let me go over to OTM so we can see what the hell's going on. No, so we can see the challenges that are live. Also, OTM, you're broke, bro. I completed this, baby. I completed this. Which one is it saying I don't have? It's saying I don't have. Yeah, you're broke, dude. You're broke, son. All right, let's go look at the first one, though. So the first one, look, it started up at 400. What? And then dived all the way down to 344. So this is what you needed. You needed Tyler Higbee, which, listen. We called Tyler Higbee yesterday morning. We went through, and I said, Higbee might be sneaky. Tight end has a lot of high variance. Did you listen, though? Giving out W's here. Tyler Higbee, he makes the challenge. Amon-Ra, Sun God, was in there. He's got a $42. So the only one that really messed it up was Lamar Jackson, right? So it's 74. But anyways, we have Tua, Tyreek Hill, Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews, Christian McCaffrey, and Nick Chubb. Also, one more thing. You want to... Oh, my Wi-Fi is going down because I'm taking W's. My Wi-Fi is going down because it doesn't like that I'm taking W's right now. You want another thing? we've talked so often not only about OTM Rumble and fantasy in general, but this is also transferring to some of these challenges when we know they're going to be based on performance. Stack your moments. And I don't mean stack like get a bunch of Lamar Jacksons, which you can, but also stack. Look at this. So you have Lamar Jackson to whom? Mark Andrews. You have Tyreek and Tua matched up, right? So stacking is going to come in and be in play. Like you're absolutely giving yourself some leverage by doing that. So, and this isn't going to be the last time we do this, especially as these challenges get a little bit harder and more moments are included. Stacking is going to be more and more important. And because I just said what you should do in order to find success, we got to go over here and drop this. None of this is financial advice. Do what you love what you do. Something like that, right? There you go. Get those dubs from Team Hold, baby. All right, so that's the first challenge. The second challenge, Big Ticket says the bye weeks when we've got 4 or 5 teams sitting. Oh my God, the stack your shit. God. All right, let me go back to also, if you haven't done it, let me check the likes right now because I feel like you guys are being pretty stingy with the likes. Go ahead, like the stream, okay? Just do it. Just do it. All right. Tom said, wife just called my desk phone at work to get advice on how she can move pieces around to complete challenges. Thomas, tell her to jump in the Team Hold Discord, okay? Tell her to get on stream with us. We'll walk her through it, Thomas, okay? Share the content, bro. All right, let's go to the other channel. Need a mental health check after a day with Poker Pro. Yeah, shout out the Top Shot Kingdom. You guys had an in real life event. I saw Mr. Weisberg himself ship out a Luka Top Shot debut. Nice little W over there. Influencer packs once again. All right, here we go. Let's go to the Sunday night football. Let me actually do it this way so we can read the challenge first, and then we'll go over to it. So we completed this one too, baby. That's 30 yards coming right at you. So to complete the challenges, fans will need to successfully submit a challenge entry with the following requirements. It's going to cost you 5 total moments. 2 moments from the Green Bay Packers and or Chicago Bears rivalry set, and 1 moment of each player who finishes the top 3 in rushing attempts. Wild card, fans may use any Lego, Green Bay, or Chicago moment from the historical series and in place of any of the top 3. So let me tell you this. One of the things we talked about last week, I think it was on the Friday show with Jay Light and Big Ticket, is that when the announcements come out, everybody freaks the F out and they run to the marketplace. And we said last week, like, hey, just read the instructions, read the directions before you go out and just like spray and pray and dapper. One of the things we saw yesterday was Donald Driver just freaking skyrocket initially. There was a couple of moments, and I think people were under the impression that you needed 1 of each, 1 Green Bay Packer and 1 Chicago Bear. And that wasn't the case. You just needed 2 of them total, 2 total, not 1 of each, 2 total. And so you could just scoop 2 Tillmans or 2 Urlachers. So you didn't have to go full bananas. So just make sure you're reading the instructions before you're firing out, okay? So anyways, let's go back over here. So you needed to do that, and let's see how much that's going to cost. Am I at the Sunday night slate? Yeah, so you need Tillman times 2. The low ask for that is 26. AJ Dillon, the low ask for that is 68. 1 off of nice. Aaron Jones. So clearly AJ Dillon because of circulation. Let's actually look at that. Anyways, David Montgomery, Aaron Jones, and AJ Dillon was how you need to get in there. I wanted to look at this AJ Dillon. What's the circ? Why can't I see the circulation? All right, 62% are owned. So that's why. So we saw 62%. A lot of it's still underneath the max packs. So there you go. Big Ticket says in the beginning, there isn't many listed, so it spikes and then the undercutting commences. Yeah, and that goes back to another thing we said on Friday. If your plan is to try to flip some stuff, it's got to be listed before the announcement comes out because there's really a 2-minute window where it goes and then comes right back down. But anyways, let's go over to the playbook. Which again, having a lot of fun with, whether we think that's gamification that's ruining the platform. Still really enjoying it. So this is what the daily visits. We're crushing the daily visits. 1 more to go. 1 more daily visit. Then we get the week login. So there you go. And then we've got a Sunday slate. Oh no, that's still happening. Upcoming, we have the Monday night challenge and the end of the week challenge. So what's going to be interesting here, right, is what we saw last week was the end of the week challenge. Is kind of like a cumulative challenge of everything that has happened thus far. Not necessarily encompassing all of them, but messes around with a lot of the things that we've already seen happen. I imagine that looks somewhat the same. The caveat though, because I think a lot of people are like, "Oh, that's easy," because if I've completed some of the challenges that we've seen so far, I'm in good shape. I can sell out of the Monday night challenge. I think, well, luckily what we'll have is all the information before the Monday night, Monday night challenge goes live. But because of this Monday night challenge having 4 teams involved instead of 2, there's a lot of things that could make this a little bit harder, right? So if someone like Dalvin Cook or Kirk Cousins is required not only for the Monday night challenge, but also the weekend challenge, or Dallas Goddard. All of a sudden, that really makes things a little bit trickier. So a lot of people might be like, okay, well, I've completed Thursday night, Sunday, and Sunday night. I'm in great shape. Just going to hit one of the last 2, and then I'm going 100 yards. I think it's going to be a little bit trickier. So we'll find out. We'll find out in just a couple of hours what that situation is going to look like. But yeah, and I agree with you, Getty. The wild cards are a fantastic ad. Yeah, I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm excited. I'm enjoying this quite a bit. It was, I think the Sunday stuff is exciting anyways, because if you like football, it's just like, holy shit, there's a lot of games going on. We're playing some fantasy. We're checking out lineups. And then all of a sudden now we have some other stuff. But anyways, good shit. Oh, really? Variance makes things harder. All right, I'm gonna give you a mental health check because that seemed aggressive towards me, Mike, and I didn't like him.
Hey man, I noticed that some of my series 2 moments, I spent a lot of money on them and it's not worth as much. So, Jacob, can you make it worth more?
One other thing that we see too that I wanted to mention, because I noticed it this morning when I was poking around, is I think I wonder like how people are feeling in their brain when they see the markets down on Monday morning, where it's like a classic pump and dump. I think though you have to remind yourself that a lot of this stuff moves on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? As people are speculating for the weekend, and then it's going to come back down, but then it's going to do it again. So I think like just seeing stuff in the red, I don't think there's like a full panic needed. You're also seeing people sell out of stuff because they were planning on flipping the challenges or selling stuff to then complete another challenge. So it's something to keep in mind. Fernandez says, is that new? No, we've had that one. We've had that one for a while. Yeah, Kermit is back and complaining. Yeah, listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I bet we're going to see a lot of Kermit in the next 72 hours once this run of backdrop happens. Let's actually talk a little bit about NBA Top Shot. But as I begin to transition over to that, if you guys, any other full takeaways from what happened over the weekend, like just your NFL all day experience? Yeah, NFT news. This is also a great call. I totally forgot about this, right? So if you're completing, like, I think I got up to 11 moments from those packs, right? One of them being like an Aaron Rodgers rare. So when that happens, you're going to see your account like jump up. So that's good. Who is Kermit? Wow, that's fun. That is fun. But they have some real, hey, listen, I did a little TikTok. Honestly, Saturday morning, I got up and I felt a little bad. Okay. I did a live reaction show when the running backs were announced, and I didn't have a lot of pep in my step about the drop. And I spent a little bit more time reflecting on it, and then still didn't have a ton of pep, but I had a little bit more pep. So Saturday, I was like, you know what? Let's make some good, healthy content. Let's pick 2 moments from the archives, from the rare running backs, and from the legendaries that I would be jacked to the nines to get. And I made a little TikTok-y, made a little Twitter video, no engagement. And I can't tell if that's because people just want videos of me yelling, which is probably true, or people just aren't ready for this drop mentally. I just don't know if they're mentally. JJ says the challenges this week are the first one I'm sitting out in over a year. I feel naked and ashamed. JJ, that is nothing's right. I'm torn. Right, naked. Is it naked and ashamed? No, I feel like naked's in that. Is it Nate? We need to somebody look up the Natalie and Bruglia lyrics. Miles says, what the fuck is TikTok? Dude, that's where all the cool kids are, dude. That's where we're making our big money over there. But anyways, as we move to the run it backdrop, run back pack drop. Tell like what are people doing here? I need to know your thoughts in the chat. Now we've had some time, right? I think initially everyone was like, "I'm shitting out, it's broken." But I think now that we've had some more time, it's hard to imagine those legendary ones don't do well. I think the problem is though, is just like I don't know who's ready to spend $999. You know, and I can tell you right now, I am not. But I don't know what are people. Yeah, calling, I'm ashamed, naked on the floor. There you go, bang. Natalie and Bruglia, Coldplay. What else? Throw something at me I can't handle. All right. Using NFL pump for money for run it back. All right, there. Tommy G said he's doing it. Chicken Burke says run it back is not moving the needle. More interested in burning. Let's go, Top Shot. I do think we're going to see some more burning. I think we're going to see some more burning. I have 100%, but even his positivity can't get me excited for this. Yeah, the common archive drop is a tough sell. I think it's especially a tough sell if you are someone who collected the archive moments, right? Which is funny because you would think, I think of like Hustle and Show, right? If you're a Hustle and Show, like Stan, you like if you're Stan, you're like, oh, I can't wait for the next drop. And I think it's like tough because if you collected that drop, it's just not moving. It's just not moving the needle in the same way. They should have done lotto packs. Yeah, maybe. Run it back rare, but no legendary in archive. Huey Lewis in the news. Dude, where's Square Bear? Because it's hip to be a Square Bear. How about that, Milo? Bring something else at me, dude. Undefeated in these streets, okay? God, people coming out trying to test me with some elementary shit, all right? But anyways, I don't know what I'm doing yet, to be honest with it. I've got some dapper set aside just from like moving some stuff around. The run it backpack, like it feels like it's going to be fine, but I don't trust anything right now. And I go back to what I was saying last week. I think it would be helpful for the entire community to have an idea of what the direction was prior to asking us to spend more money. And I don't know if that is me asking for too much, or because I know there's some people out there being like, oh, but you know what? Like, what if they announce it before what if they announce it tomorrow? I don't know. I just think like that information should have been out there prior. I think that would have been helpful. I think it would have been easier to make our decisions with more information versus like blind spray and pray. And I guess like if your entire thesis is that you believe in the platform long term, then you shouldn't even need that. But based on some of what we've seen over the course of the last few months, I don't know. I think it's fair to have a little bit of hesitation, and maybe it will be an L for me because like now's the time to get involved while people aren't paying attention. But I don't know. I'm kind of there. And listen, Eric, nothing compares to me. How about that? How about that for your Sinead O'Connor? Okay. They are adding 130,000-ish moms on this drop. Well, you know what though, Jump Shoot? I would say, and I'm honest. I'll be honest here, right? If we had the information out there prior, right? Because maybe the information is like, hey, here's our approach to burning in Series 4. Here's what this is going to look like. Here's what this burning challenge is going to look like immediately after this drops. Then we have a different approach. But because we don't have that information, all we see is the moments added, and we go back to them being like, hey, yeah, we're really concerned about supply. We're going to monitor that in the future. So anyways, that's where I land on this. And I keep going back and forth because some of those run it back rare moments I am kind of excited about. But JJL says, I feel like the worst run it back is Kevin McHale. Thus, as a Celtics fan, I can't lose in this drop. Yeah, I agree. I think the McHale Armpits of America is probably the worst one, but it is kind of fun. Daniel says Top Shot wants to delay a roadmap as much as possible because they want maximum flexibility to pivot if needed. I'm down with that. Well, Daniel, let me put this back at you. Then delay the drop because I need as much flexibility to pivot if needed as well. Right? Like, why are we dropping it now? And again, I don't want to be negative Nancy or negative Nathan today, or negative Nathaniel Hackett, but like, why do that? And like some of the discourse I've seen around it is that, well, like, oh, we need to save the W drop. Let me go over to the NBA Top Shot for a second. Hold on. Because I wanted to look at something because I heard that they were like, well, the marketplace is bleeding because of how they handled the W or whatever. And it's like, okay, but why are we being penalized with that? That's not our fault. Like, we didn't do that. Let's look at the game recognized game. I've got this thing on. Hold on one second before I share screen. There we go. So we get game recognized game, and let's just see how that's holding up. And full disclosure, I haven't looked yet. This isn't like a gotcha moment. I just want to look at it for a second. Yeah, I did listen to some of that. You're right. Oh, you're not down with that. All right, Daniel, that was a incredible. Yeah, you were missing the word. All right, let me look at this. Chewy says, just keep an eye out for these historical moment challenges. Top Shot caves to pressure sometimes for better or worse could lead to crafting. I know, but what? Like, yes, I agree with you, Chewy. All right, hold on. What's going on here? All right, let me update this. Okay, I searched the wrong game recognized game. That's on me. I gotta be better. This falls on no one else but me. All right, let's look at the game recognized game, high to low. So Superbird right now, this is the challenge reward is at 268. And remember the pack costs 74, right? And then so Jennifer as the only Top Shot debut, right? The only new moment of that seems to be the one holding the most weight at $71, which honestly for a pack that's 74, 71's not bad. And then there's a massive cratering to Lauren Jackson, who has an MVP badge and a champ badge. No, what is that? An MVP badge and what is that other badge there? Lauren Jackson. Sorry, Lauren Jackson. Ooh. It's the game recognized game badge. What is this badge? Anyways, I'm sorry. Someone else. It is a championship badge. What? I'm so confused here. Can someone explain this Lauren Jackson? Is this a historical moment? Someone explain that to me. It's a champ badge. So this is a historical moment. All right, my bad. I missed that because the Aces won the championship, right? Did Lauren Jackson get traded? Is that my bad? Am I doing a bad job here of not knowing this? It's from a different year. Okay. All right, so we just do historical drops whenever the fuck we want. I just don't. Why not do the historical drops? Make the historical drops a thing to be excited about. All right, thank you, Borland. I didn't know this. Thank you. Why not just do the historical drop one time? Why not make it a thing that people get excited about? Why not do that? Why make this so hard? All right. Anyways, let's go back. Let's go see how much of a W they were. 71, 56, 55, 54, 48, 47, 44. Sylvia Fowles, one of the best players of all time. Sylvia Fowles, excuse me. One of the best players of all time. Incredible thumbnail there by Sylvia. And that is $30 below pack price. I just like, listen, I don't know. I'm a dum-dum. So like, don't even listen to me. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have any better solution. That's not true. I do have a better solution for this. Why not just do historical, like make historical drop an exciting thing that happens, and do that. You know what I'm saying? Abby Ward with some alpha in the chat. Thank you, Abby. Says Lauren Jackson has just come out of retirement for the Women's World Cup. Love to see it. I'm just saying, like, why not make it a special event? And maybe maybe the WNBA needs to, or WNBA Top Shot needs to re-examine what the demand is for some of this stuff. And why not, instead of doing like a full run it back set, maybe make your game recognized game the run it back. So then there's only a handful of them that people get really jacked up about. Why not do that? And we're going to see. I want to be wrong. Because I know I am a Top Shot influencer and the people listen to me. But why not? Why are we going to run into the same issue with this run it back drop? where it's like it's happening a month before the season starts, right? So the season starts on October 18th. Ooh, JJL says he's going to 4 World Cup games on Thursday, courtside proper. Dude, hell yeah, dude. JJL Smith woodpecking out there on the floor. I just think, man, I think this should be at the beginning of the season. I think that's how you build hype. That's how you do it, right? Because everyone's now switching to NBA mode, where it's like, okay, there we got the season starting. The season's starting. Let's do a big drop. Big drop. Because we can't do anything else because there's no moments that have happened yet in Series 4. It would also give you time to figure out what the roadmap is so that we should know if we should line up for a legendary, a rare, or an archive. This wasn't even my plan. This wasn't even my plan to do it like that. Do it during Hall of Fame week? Yeah, maybe, but who cares? Who cares? Marketing should be starting now. So do you, okay, let me ask you this, because then maybe this is egg on my face, soap in my mouth, poop on my shirt. So if maybe, do you think this is what, yes, JK, yes. That's what I'm talking about. So like what All Day did with the Odell Beckham Jr. draft. But so like, do you think, let me ask you this. Do you think this run it back drop, which is happening, when is it happening? On the 22nd, right? Let me just double check this actually right now. Let's go to the drop right now. But do you think this is the beginning of it right now? Because then maybe I need to shut the hell up. Do you think this week we're going to see in 2 days, 3 hours, 9 minutes, and 11 seconds, 10 seconds, 9 seconds? Do you think that is when we're going to see like the big marketing unveiling of $25 to $40 million? Because if that is the case, then sure, maybe. Then maybe this is the right time to drop it. But man, I don't know. We'll see though. We'll see. I just think the timing is bizarro. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Joe Light's here. Joe, shout out Jay Light. Went out there, just big W's yesterday. Big W's in the DraftKings street from Jay Light. So he's going to be on the show every Friday. He was going to be anyways, but now he's definitely doing it. Yeah, I agree, Milo. That's what I was saying. Because so when everybody started tweeting out, big week coming, I was like, oh, maybe they announce run it back and then they market the shit out of it for a couple weeks. I don't know, gang. I don't know. Anyways, let me know. What are you lining up for? Like, just max packs, no packs, Lego, archive, rare. What are you guys doing? Top Shot Tony, have a take on this? Honestly, we're the same person now. I feel like Venom. All Day dropped the OBJ pack to get people on all day. Now Top Shot is doing the same thing a month later. Seems like it's just a way of converting their people. Yeah, but J7, I would argue the way that like Odell Beckham Jr., we saw a lot of press around that, right? You think Kevin McHale is going to tweet out, get my armpits awkward dunk? That's not making fun of the moment they selected. I love the moment they selected. I just think Kevin McHale is an awkward ass man. All right. We the People says no packs. No packs. Rare for Mike. 0. All right. Max packs. No packs. Still no packs. This quarter and candy coming up. Nice of the mouse to let Greg out for a bit. I know. Yeah. Greg's going to be jumping on in a few minutes and we're going to be talking some candy baseball. Colton says only Lego go through the running backs. It's a lot. Lining up for rare, last minute decision if I buy. 0 packs, popcorn ready. No packs, rare and Lego. Probably rare and Lego, but not sure about adding 999. I don't know. No packs. Lining up for everything and making a decision in the moment. There we go, to the house. I think a lot of people will actually do that. So I think a lot of people will do that. I need Dapper Save for JJ and Josh Allen rares. I feel you. You know what I would love to? I would love to know from the Dapper people. They can never answer this, but I want to know like their thoughts on this. I want to know if they feel like this is a home run and that we are fish, that we are wrong. Or if they're like, our hands are tied, this is what we have to do. I don't know. People are telling me to look at the rares. Well, I'll do that real quick while we wait for Mr. G Dunn to come on and talk some baseball. So remember, these packs are $119. You're guaranteed a rare run it back. You've got a small shot, a 0.11% at a Magic Lego, the hook shot. And then you're going to get 4 archive moments in this bad boy. So we got Patrick Ewing. I thought the Patrick Ewing is kind of cool. Fat Lever, Mark Price, Robert Parrish, Byron Scott, Bill Lambier, Cole Malone, Mark Aguirre. I will say, like, I know a lot of people are like, there's too many of these. If this is when you grew up on basketball, there's a lot of sexy names in here. That's a lot of fun. I know I kind of just like the big names everyone knows, right? Some of these names I feel like I just missed out on, but I'm aware of. Like 86, 87, I was like 2.5, I think. So I wasn't really consuming a lot of Alex English, but I love Alex English because of his game. Clyde the Glide, people know Tommy Chambers, Mo Cheeks, Brad Doherty, Dale Ellis, Adrian Dantley was a scoring machine, Michael Cooper, Sleepy Floyd. I actually think this moment is kind of fire. You got Magic, Ron Harper, Manute Bol, Eaton, Vinnie Johnson, Gerald Wilkins. There's the Magic we talked about. Rolando Blackman, Kurt Rambis. Oh, wait, now we're down to archive. Sorry, when did it stop? It stopped at Manute Bol. My bad. But yeah, that's where I'm at that. And I got to tell you guys, I do think, like, I know there's a lot of concern here about lining up for some of these moments or some of these packs because of the price. We are in the minority. I'm telling you that right now. We are absolutely in the minority for this. We saw it with the WNBA drop. Everyone's going to be lining up. These are going to sell out. No problem. Yeah, the artwork on these rare thumbs is fire. Dude, the moment selection itself, they crushed, right? So shout out Brandon Austin and that content team. I thought they did a great job with the thumbs and like the moments they selected. Also, shout out our man, Time Lord, who created that video. Was fire. It did a really good job. Yeah, it was good stuff. But yeah, that's kind of where I land on the Top Shot stuff right now. We'll be honest. I will be revisiting my thoughts on everything once we get an idea of a roadmap. I think we also have to keep in mind too that might change the course of everything. The NFT International Day is tomorrow. It's tomorrow at noon. And not noon. I'm sorry. It's just tomorrow. It's the whole day. It's 9:20. They're going to be. There's a lot. I saw there's a Dapper Sports Spaces at set for 3 p.m. Eastern. So we'll hear from people in Top Shot, NFL All Day, UFC Strike. I will say though, I was supposed to be hosting something for them tomorrow, and then it was scheduled at like the same time as this Spaces. So I know I mentioned that last week. I don't think that's happening anymore, or I don't think I'm doing it anymore. So I don't know. Is it the truckload day? Is it Flow Truckload Day? Who knows? I really don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. Unfortunately, I feel like all of our expectations have been set so high because this has been building since like March, I think, of what we're supposed to get. And as Clegaines pointed out, the equinox is officially the end of summer. So we've got a couple days left. So I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. And we'll see what happens. And Weisberg, I hope you are because anyways, I'm not going to explain my thoughts. I will say though, we've got an exciting partnership that's coming. And I think you're going to learn more about this team, but Athlete Studios, they're a team that represents individual athletes' brands. And they just, I believe Dapper just kind of consumed them as well. So they're now like on the Dapper world. And they have some really cool relationships with players like AJ Dillon, Quadzilla, Chase Claypool, Justin Jefferson, and a bunch more. And one of the guys, Nick from Athlete Studios, is going to be popping on every single Monday for our football show and just kind of talking through like some of the plays, what we saw this week. And so that's going to be a fun little partnership starting next Monday. They'll be jumping on stream for like 20 to 30 minutes and our normal football show, just kind of talking about what's going on with them and what went on in football over the weekend. So that's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a really good time. But I think that's it for what we talked about this morning. So NFL All Day, Top Shot, I feel like we covered everything. We are now going to transition because the sex king himself, King Candy, G Dunn, what's up, my man?
Good morning.
Dude, it's early over there for you. How are you feeling?
Tired.
Yeah,
The things I do for me sweet, sweet candy. But feeling good. Feeling good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. We just covered everything that happened in the football world for the weekend, and then did some NBA Top Shot talk for the last 20 minutes about the drop and all that fun stuff.
Amazing. Amazing.
Well, we got some fun stuff coming at us this week, right? So Candy has a drop. I think today's just like the pre-drop, right? For the people who are fancy and collected every single moment.
That's right. Today's the pre-sale. Tomorrow is the general public drop. And I did not make the pre-sale. The pre-sale was actually based on the collecting the entire All-Star set from last year. So if you remember, this was the first set ever. Like, it's kind of what we were streaming about a year ago now, which is crazy.
Right.
And kicked off, Candy as a brand. So those that collected that entire set and the chaser, they call it, which is like the challenge reward, the set completion reward, they're eligible for pre-sale.
Did you have to get every single moment from that drop, or just every single like player?
Every single player, because there's obviously a generation
right?
of rarity, right? So core, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. And then we'll talk about Titan too in a minute. But one of each player, which is it. That's kind of how they qualify that your checklist is getting one of each.
Yeah.
Look at this insider info. John Michael.
Yeah, right.
Barely. You can see it in my face. Barely. It's been a week.
Also, J Lamb knew. Yeah. How did he know this? Base pack giveaway day. How did J Lamb know that? Did we announce that?
I think we did on Twitter.
Oh, okay, my bad.
But yeah, no. So we're here to while we won't physically open any packs today, we will talk about them. We'll talk about what's inside, what's to come, and then we can watch the marketplace and see as they pop up, and especially talk about this pack drop and how it's different, and just everything that they've been doing the past months, because Candy's been kind of changing the game when it comes to like, I guess, addressing fan response, and they're doing a lot that I have been completely MIA. But before we do that, I feel like we need a true transition.
Oh, hell yeah, let's go.
Oh man, it's been a while since I've been on here. Which is all right. Candy Talk starts now. Baseball. This week in candy. Don't sue us. Do it to him.
That's so good. Also, I might be a little glitchy right now. I'm getting little Wi-Fi notifications, so if I'm frozen, let me as we transition to since we are giving away a pack today, like the stream. You have to like the stream in order to qualify for this. Subscribe to Team Hold, and then put hashtag Candyman into for this pack that will be given away.
And could I add, if you could also follow Candy Digital on Twitter, which we'll pull up their Twitter in a second. But this is we're actually, Candy reached out and they wanted us to bring the love to Team Hold. So the more we can follow them on Twitter, the more we can show them that we're showing up.
Yeah, I'll drop a link right now. So go ahead and follow them. We're going to be doing another giveaway too on Wednesday, I think, right? A Twitter giveaway, or maybe we start it today and announce the winner on Wednesday. Where we're going to give another pack away on Twitter that you're going to need to follow Candy Digital anyways. So why don't you go ahead and do that? I just dropped a link in the chat. And my Wi-Fi sucks right now. What's going on?
Oh man.
That's okay. That's all right. All right, Greg, take us through. What's the Candy Streets been like?
It's been wild. I think so. There's burning, there's challenges, there's plays of the day, there's commemorative tickets if you go to games. There's a ton. They've been doing a ton. It's been new things every week, it feels like. But the one thing that we should start with, which is also will apply to this new drop, is burning. And obviously every platform has been burning out, but what Candy has done, which is interesting, and I saw someone in the chat mention it before, is they added like a whole new tier of rarity for burning. So based on the general supply, you burn each rarity has a specific number of points assigned to it. You need to burn up to 100 points to get a new tier, which is called Titan, and that sits between Epic and Legendary. Let me pull up our boy, our former boy.
Greg, while you do that, I'm going
Vasquez.
to jump off for 1 second just to reset my Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So while you go over our man Vasquez.
Look at Borland with the better example, rival catcher. So anyway, so yeah, as your collection, you have your collection every Monday. You have a burning challenge, and they offer a certain number of Titans, a certain number of players, but 5 to 10 that you then can burn your normal stash for. Now you need 51 points out of 100 need to be that player, and then the other 49 can be any player you want. But I mean, you can see in the past they've done. I think there's about 200 that are being offered up, and they've done about 75 so far. But it's crazy, and they don't always all get redeemed. Like Clayshaw only got 69 because the pieces of that ended up ultimately being a little bit of a bottleneck and didn't come through.
Wow.
Big Tickets is still waiting for the Trap Titan. I think was that not the first week? I feel like, let's check. I feel like that might have been week 1, unless I'm crazy. Maybe not.
Dylan Cease.
Maybe not. Anyway, so I mean that's been like a weekly exciting moment is burning for these Titans. I personally have 6. I've done 6, but what it's also doing is pulling inventory and supply out of the general marketplace. And if you pull up like a random scrub like TJ McFarland, you can see how much has been burned, right? Same way you can on these other platforms.
Big Ticket saying Wander Franco was week 1.
That was my biggest one, baby. I gotta wander. So anyway,
and are we seeing a high demand for those too on the marketplace? Like, are people pretty jacked up for those after they come out, or like the people who are burning, like the people who got them were the ones that wanted them?
It totally depends on the player, right? Like Santander, like I think I bought this one on the marketplace for like $15 maybe.
Okay.
But Wander, I mean, hopefully, fingers crossed. I haven't looked at this in a while. Yeah, Wander's sitting at $3.99.
Wow.
$3.99. So, it totally depends on the player. But the fascinating thing is that, like I was saying before, someone like Kershaw, who didn't get the full kind of, let's pull it back. Someone like Kershaw, whose pieces ended up ultimately being more expensive, and even people like Joey Wendell, only 49 out of the potential 100 got burned because those who had the pieces for Joey Wendell drove the price up so much that it was just like too expensive to burn, and then thus his Titans out of 49.
I'm bringing up Nasio's comment here. Any referral link for Candy? I forgot we did. So what I'm going to do right now is put that into the chat just so they know you came from Team Hold. I'm also going to put it as in the show notes so that you can find it there as well. I should have done that already, but thank you for catching that for us. So I just dropped that in the chat, and then I'll put it into the show notes as well now.
And we'll drop it in Discord too after.
Yeah.
After the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have a referral code. So this drop, there's going to be a burning component too. And we should clarify just which drops have happened in the history of Candy so far to get here. Because we started last year with the All-Star Icons, the first one, which again is only players who appeared or were voted as All-Stars, which, at the end of the day is the majority of players that you'll want in your collection. So that was 2021, and then they're bringing that back for the second round, which is 2022. Great. And what I think is the most interesting, and this applies to whether you're a Candy fan or not, seeing this happen on a platform is crazy. So you get 3 moments per pack if you get a blue pack, which is what we're giving away. But in addition to that, you get airdropped what they're calling a Tricon. And a Tricon is a custom, basically NFT, a custom NFT of the contents of your pack. So imagine pulling like a Judge, a Trout, and a Goldschmidt, and then suddenly, boom, in your collection, you have something like this. And what I think is fascinating about this, and this is where you could put your NFL all day, your NBA Top Shot hat on. because of the scarcity of these packs and the amount of players in there, it feels like each one of these is odds will be that these will all be one of one.
Yeah, I would think
right?
so.
Like the same combo of 3 players in their specific rarity. They gotta be. So
Yeah.
my question would be, what I've been thinking about a lot is like, what do you want to land in a 3-player situation? Do you want 3 players from the same team? You want like a Ohtani, Trout? I don't even know who the third All-Star on the Angels was. Or do you just want like 2 MVP at this one, which will probably be 2 MVPs and then Mike Trout?
I think in any scenario where you get Ohtani and Trout, that's a pretty good W.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think we'd be too mad about that.
Yeah, but so I mean, I just think this is a fascinating way to kind of add value to each individual pack and also encourage, for assholes like myself, encourage pack opening.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
This won't be Vlad, Bichette, and Springer. Yeah, baby.
Good call,
the Blue Jays special.
Good call.
But a lot of people held on to their early packs because they were the first run. I mean, I have like 4 that I just didn't open.
Yeah.
But this encourages it because by the time, I think this expires by like Wednesday or Thursday or something.
Okay.
So you have to open before then to get these airdropped. But imagine this. Imagine if every platform did this.
I know. That's a fun little wrinkle to it. And now, are these just kind of still images too, or are these plays like some? Because I know like depending on the different tiers in Candy too, like some are full on plays, some are just kind of almost like a digital card.
Yeah, I'd have to assume, and I haven't seen them in action. We can take a look at the marketplace and see if anything's up. But historically, the cores, which is I think what the middle one will look like, the Trout, the core doesn't have a play embedded. But then every other rarity, uncommon through legendary, does.
Yeah.
So let's see if anyone's been opening and ripping so far.
Oh, that's right. Because that would have started 10 minutes ago for the again. This is like the pre-sale that's happening for those that collected all the icons from the first go round. What is the information for the drop on Wednesday? Is it similar time frame, Greg? I feel like I should know this, but like 10 a.m. Eastern and noon Eastern. Like, is there a pre and a?
I believe so. So there's a countdown. There's a countdown on the site right now, which is 1 day, 2 hours, 48 minutes, and 32 seconds. So that looks like
Wednesday
probably
noon?
10 a.m. Right, 10 a.m. Pacific on Wednesday. Or no, no, Tuesday, tomorrow. 10 a.m. Pacific tomorrow. JJL says I'd rip the fuck out of open my dozens of packs all across all platforms. Love this. Yeah. To the houses, are they serial numbered 1 of 1? No. So that's the one wrinkle, is that they're not serial numbered. And yet to be seen, but I think we got to assume that they're all going to be 1 of 1.
Right.
Because I just can't imagine pulling. I mean, it's possible you could pull 2 of the same, but.
Right.
Okay. Wow. We're in business. They're already on. Some of these guys are already on.
Share screen. Show me what are we looking at?
Marketplace. God, I'm so old.
Let's take a peek.
How to share screen.
I know, dude. It's been years.
So this looks like the core. These gold ones are the brand new ones. Oh, they got packs already out there. Look at Benintendi making the All-Star team.
Wow, Andrew Benintendi on a different team. I feel like I should have looked this up before, but I got distracted with my freaking football stuff this morning. What is the price point for these as well? Is it 50?
So there's two pack offerings. Don't look at my what I have for sale. Two price offerings. One are the blue packs. The blue packs are 3 moments. That's where you get the Tricon. Those are, I believe, tomorrow they'll be 25, and then the gold packs are 10, and with better odds to get epic and legendary and all that. And those, I believe, are 125. I'll clarify that right now, but it's great. It's a affordable option, and then a option for more heavy collectors. But even just looking at the if we go back home and see the shop, this is the pre-sale pricing.
Okay.
But
there we go.
Look at the number of packs too. Look at the number of packs.
Wow.
Wow. Not a lot.
So we think this is going to be a little bit tricky to get tomorrow?
Realistically, I'm not sure yet. I think historically, we, just like most NFT sports drops, we started off selling out immediately, and then it's they through each lineup drop that they did about 6. They sold out less and less just because new users weren't coming in. So it'll be interesting tomorrow. I'm not sure. These prices are promising, even though they're the first one's out the gate.
Yeah. And this is this $15 one, like those are called the blue packs, correct? That is that the cheapest we've seen for a pack too? Like, so they're clearly messing around with the mechanics of the pack, the prices.
Yeah, and that I do believe is the just the presale price. I think they're going to be 25 for us plebes tomorrow. But still, that is still the cheapest pack we've seen so far. I'm just looking up when they announced it. Make sure we got that.
Yeah, Borland, I totally agree with this. He says, not sure how the demand is right now, but the lower amount of packs available makes it promising. Yeah, I think anytime though you're seeing people in real time adjust things, I think it's impressive. Like Candy has done that time and time again since we've started messing around with the platform last summer, or was that this summer? I can't even remember how long ago that was.
It was last summer, right around the playoffs, because all those plays of the day that we went ham on.
Oh, right. But they've consistently messed around with stuff in real time. And I remember we had, oh my God, I'm blanking on his name, come on the show and take us through that. And they are really open to messing around, which I think is important.
Yeah. Matt.
Thank you.
Okay. So I'll clarify supply. So today presale is $15, only 800 packs for presale, blue, and then 100 for gold. And those are 125. But then tomorrow for general sale, which starts at 1 p.m. Eastern, so 10 a.m. Pacific, like we said, is 25 for the blue packs with the 3 icons, and then 150 for the 10, those big packs. So
love that.
But look at these.
Also,
interesting that the rare has the banner.
Put the banner on, baby. I also think one other thing sorry, my dog just scared the shit out of me jumping off there. One other thing that I think is pretty cool about this that we haven't seen in the other stuff that we cover is that by completing a set, you paid less for this pack. So instead of just like guaranteeing you get a free pack, that $15 being a $15 pack, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of cool when we scream about utility and what do I get for set collection and stuff like that. The idea that you're getting it at a discounted price is kind of neat.
Absolutely, yeah, and you have to imagine, I mean, hopefully that's like in perpetuity, right? Every time if this becomes a yearly drop, you have that in perpetuity.
Right.
I just didn't have the demand was so crazy for those last year.
Oh my God. Yeah. The only thing that makes me nervous now is they have set the precedent. So now, like, do you go out there and just start collecting sets? Cause you're like, oh wow, maybe the next time they do a drop like this, I'll get a discounted price at this.
I mean, that's honestly what I'm doing, and I don't want to say this to 75 people who are going to chase my my remaining things, but I'm going to try to complete like the entirety of season 1 or series 1, which is like 620 moments. I have like 480 something, but because I'm like, why not, right? It's what we've always talked about with Top Shot, with NFL All Day, the 10-year plan, like just pack my bag and let it ride.
Yeah. Borland's also saying, I believe they've also been sending free packs out to folks that each week that mint the most Titans. So if you burn a lot, you get base packs, which I love that too.
Yeah, they have. And that's again why Candy's been so smart about it. It's just that first lineup, the first sixth amount of the players that they put out, that sold out. But then the next 5 lineups were harder and harder to sell out. So they have a pretty big vaulted pile of packs to give out, and they've been rewarding people who are going and burning, or again, like dropping price for this. So yeah, the incentive is there. Like it's been a fun ride.
Candy in general, I feel like I need to do a deeper dive, but they kind of have some deals with like some real IP like coming up, like outside of MLB too. Like I know they have something with Netflix. I know like WWE is about to hit the platform too. So I know we've only really talked about baseball, but I'm very curious to see what this looks like, a year or two from now with some of the other stuff that they're toying around with. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, we can pull the full list up after we watch this massive dong from Bryce Harper.
God.
We can I want to see actually these from this season. They must be. Yeah, June 5th. Up here in the corner you can see the shop. So so far what they own: Major League Baseball, racing, WWE. Sweet Futures is like college basketball and football. And then Netflix, which has been like Stranger Things so far, but obviously the potential for Netflix just in the NFT space is insane. And then they have Getty Images, I believe, on the way, which is an interesting one.
That's a crazy one.
Yeah,
that one's a crazy one.
And also they've added all of the kind of utility or just analytics that you've seen on other platforms too. Like, but it's truly in absolute real time. Like this Bryce Harper, two have been unwrapped, right?
Wow.
I think, is it out of 57? Yeah, out of 57. Yep, so only 2 have been opened. Both
wow.
of them are on the marketplace.
I mean, insta list. Well, but I will say, like, the floor is 325. Not to, I mean, obviously not financial advice or anything like that. But when you know the rest of the drop is coming tomorrow, is hilarious. Oh my God, yeah, DJ Local. Do you think, Greg? Do you think we can make this happen?
Oh,
I bet all 3 of us could get on the platform. You guys have to be in the Getty stock images, I would think, right?
We're in the background somewhere. We're not making a cent on the profit of whatever celebrity we're like in the background of. But
wait, should I be making money off my Getty images?
You could. Listen, I think I'm not just saying we game the system. I think it'd be true, but you could be the highest selling Getty image on the platform very quickly with our crowd.
Do we really have to? We have to talk to Candy about this.
We got it.
That's really funny. A good call, DJ Local. I forgot about that.
I want to look at the allotments here too. What each one's going to be out of. Okay, so 380. So the commons are only out of 388. Sorry, 388. Uncommon out of 117. Rares out of 57. Epics out of 25, and legendaries 1 of 1. There's multiple challenges that collect them all. You'll get a unique chaser, which I'm guessing would, I don't know if they announced it yet, so don't quote me, but my guess would be something Julio Rodriguez or Soto. But
oh man, Julio, I love Julio.
They've also added a burning challenge for this. So like, even though those allotments are what they are, there's a burning challenge where they're holding back 10 players and not putting their epics in packs, and you have to burn for them. So again, we'll see like an interesting pullback on pricing. Look at Schwarber epic, baby.
Schwarber. Another Red Sox going to do great things on a different team.
Yep. This page is riddled with them. Look at this. So then packs too. Packs just can immediately put on the marketplace, buy and sell, rip. Looks like they are selling in serial order. So let's see. This will give us a gauge on how many have sold. 95. And these are the
That's
blue
pretty
edition.
good. And it's 95 out of 6,000. Is that right?
Only 800 being sold today, and we also don't know this yet. We don't know. This is just what's listed. So, there probably more that have been sold, but at least 95 have been sold. Actually, I wonder if, I don't think they give you statistics on the packs themselves. No. I want to rip one so bad. I guess the Tricons haven't been airdropped. They probably are airdropped at a different time. Should I drop some of my hot takes though?
Yeah, dude. That's what I'm ready for some hot takes.
All right. I think so. Putting aside this drop, which I'm excited to buy a couple tomorrow and open. Candy's been starting to toy around a little bit with challenges. Like they've done, the one challenge I participated in was this guy right here. It was the August play of the day. So you just needed to own 15 unique plays of the day from August. And then you got to vote on whether you wanted the player of the month from the National League, American League, or rookie of the month from the National League or American League. And so we voted, we got the rookie of the month, George Kirby. But anyway, you get a unique play of the day of this player, and they're like great month. So that was like a one-time thing in August they did. They're doing one in September, which is like own like every play of the day from playoff teams, which I'm sitting out this one just for my poor budget. But my prediction, like they are just scratching the surface of challenges. So I think whether it's as soon as the offseason hits or later in the offseason, not guarantee. I feel like they're going to do something with our big like MVP players and their plays
Yeah.
of the day. So Judge, he's going to break at least the single season Yankees record. I guarantee they'll do some kind of like collect all the Judge plays of the day from the season and maybe like a core or one of his moments, and then bam, get the reward. Pujols, Albert Pujols, same thing.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Goldschmidt. I mean, so I don't have them all, but part of me is like, do I just finish the?
So
I feel like
what
I
is?
just finish the run.
Yeah, I think you have to. Does Judge only need three home runs to get the season?
He's at 59 right now.
59, right? So 3 breaks the record, right? 'Cause is it still Roger Maris is still with 61, right? That's still the record for Yankees.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
And depends on who you ask. Could some might consider that the all-time record. But both of these guys have had. What did you say?
I said sorry. My Wi-Fi is garbage right now. I said steroids are cool.
Yeah, I'm on them right now. So like, yeah, these guys have had multiple plays of the day, enough to warrant like a challenge of like collect them all, and then the reward. And those rewards are going to be dope because it's going to be like Judge or Pujols. It could be number 700. So another thing Borland brings up, another cool thing that Candy's done recently is they've started randomizing open edition serials. So like when you buy a play of the day, and just like we saw with the packs, in the past, it's been first come, first serve. So like if you're the first one to buy, you get number 1. If you're the last one to buy, you get the perfect serial. But they've changed that now, and it's randomized. So like you can buy at any point during the day, and your serial will come through randomized, which I think is great because, as we know, Mr. Bot always gets number 1 and profits. So they're listening, which is dope.
We do love that. I know. Again, they've continued to seem to like they're comfortable making adjustments quickly, which I think is dope. I do think that's dope.
Should we pull up that
giveaway?
Giveaway again? Yeah.
Let's remind the people. So you gotta like the stream, subscribe to Team Hold, and throw in. Let's see, what screen was I looking at? This is Twitter. I think it was on this one, right? Yep. Like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag Candyman into the chat. Also, let me share that link again. That if you are checking out Candy for the first time, use our little referral code. You can find it in our show notes right there at the bottom of the video, but I'll also throw it into the chat one more time. But yeah, check it out. And wait, it didn't save after all of that? What the hell? Sorry guys, I thought I had saved that. All right, let me find it real quick, and then I'll share that referral link one more time. Sorry about that.
Candy
Sorry,
Man.
it's my Wi-Fi
for...
so bad. My bad.
You're good. So yeah, enter with Candyman. This is for a blue edition pack, which is 3. You get that Tricon airdrop if you open it in time, and it's gonna be dope. The first Pujols sold for $50. Only one has been unwrapped, and it sold for $50
off of a $15 pack, correct?
Yeah, and it's just a common.
Wait, what is going on? Sorry, having an issue with StreamYard. That's why. Anyways, drop the link into the chat. You can use that.
DJ Local.
There you
the
go.
Alvarez play of the day. Yeah. No, I think it's a great update. It just changes the game in terms of when you buy and something that doesn't necessarily help their bottom line because the race to get the number 1 cereal means a lot of purchases right off the bat, but more goodwill and better for the collectors. Does the Tricon drop when you open it? I don't think it does because I haven't seen any on the marketplace. I feel like it probably will come at a later date. I don't see Eddie, so I'm imagining it probably will come a little bit later.
All right, last call for the giveaway. Greg, I might actually feel Wi-Fi is so choppy right now. I'm going to stay in the background to do the giveaway, and I'll have you just tell me when to spin it, okay?
Okay. So
right now.
No, you're good. So a reminder, this giveaway is for a blue I keep saying Tricon pack, but that's like what makes me most excited about it. But it's for a blue edition all-star icon pack. 3 moments of 3 all-stars from Candy, and you get a Tricon. And what is a Tricon, you ask? It is a separate custom NFT of the 3 moments in your pack. It looks like this. It looks dope. Yeah, James, you're right, James. Candy also, because the Braves won the World Series, Candy, every time there's a play of the day from the Braves, people who own, I believe, the Braves World Series NFT get the play of the day for free. It's just dope. They're just giving things out. Anyway, you get this like custom thing with your pack, the contents of your pack locked together like this, which statistically is probably of 1 of 1, and statistically has some good ass players because they're all stars. So just a unique, different take, which is cool. Mila says, I bought a pack for S&Gs, hit a common jersey for Manny Machado. No, did you qualify for pre-order? That's dope. Manny Machado. You're making me wonder now. I'm going to just try to jump in. No, it's not letting me. They announced play of the day for the day. It's DeGrom. Anyway, hashtag Candyman. We're giving away one pack here on the stream, and then we're going to give another to either today or tomorrow on Twitter. So follow along for that. T. Adams says Cabrera's 3,000th hit play of the day should not be $5. Look, I went ham on that one.
How many do you have?
Let's see.
I was just looking at my collection. I forgot I got one of those as well.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait,
wow.
Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6. I have 6 of them. One of which I bought on the marketplace for $5. So I was like, this is criminal. The reason is just everyone had the same idea. So the quantity is way more than most plays of the day. But if the user base catches up, then we're in business, baby. Because that, as we know, will stay a historic moment and outlive a lot of these other plays of the day.
Yeah.
James got all 3 Braves World Series trophies.
Nice.
Let's go. So James, then you must get free the play of the day every time it's the Braves, huh?
I would think so. That's the right way to do it. All right, Greg, we spinning this? We got 50 in the 50 giveaways? Oh, not 50 giveaways, Jesus. 50 in the giveaway for a pack. We're also giving another pack away on Twitter, so just pay attention to that. And then if you rip anything tomorrow or Wednesday, do us a favor and share on Twitter with us what you got.
Yeah. Follow both, obviously, Team Hold and then This Week in Candy, which is should be called This Quarter in Candy, because I go live about once every 2.5 months. But we appreciate the love. Jesse says no serial number on the Tricon. Can't sell it then, right? I believe you can. I believe it'll be sellable, and I think but it won't have a serial number. But I think you just got to assume they're all 1 of 1, and you just got to chase.
All right, here we go. Let's spin it.
Hit it.
If you win this, do us a favor. Shoot us a DM on Team Hold's Twitter, or if you're in the Discord, you can just ping me in the Discord, and we'll make sure we get that info over to Candy so you can get that pack. And let's see who it's going to. Bang! T. Adams.
Oh, T. Adams.
See what happens when you say something in the chat? Oh, sorry. We both did the same thing. You can do it. You can click it. There we go.
Yeah.
Shout out T. Adams. Go ahead. Give us a little ping so we can get you that.
Yeah.
info.
So that'll be airdropped into your account, I believe, on Wednesday. And then anyone else, let's drop that referral link one more time. If you sign up for Candy through that referral link, they'll have another giveaway to come, which you could win another pack. Hell
yeah. Sweet. Greg, anything else about the Candy Streets that we need to hit before we get out of here?
Nope. Pumped for the playoffs, baby. Baseball in general is dope right now because we have Judge chasing a home run record.
Yeah.
We have Pujols chasing 700, and then we get to the playoffs, and we know that people actually pay attention in the playoffs.
I know. The Pujols thing is wild because he truly was on fumes in April, May, and June, and then has just come alive since the home run derby. I feel like he's been on fire.
I'm pretty sure I tweeted at the beginning of the season, I was like, which play of the day will have the most purchases? It was like Cabrera's 3,000th hit, Bobby Witt's first game, and then it was like Pujols 700 home runs. Ha ha ha! Yeah, right.
Yeah,
and he's like about to do it. It's insane.
it's crazy. I hope he does. If not, I hope he just is like, you know what, forget it. I'm not gonna retire. Fuck Barry Bonds. I'm coming back.
That's just until he hits number 700 and then walks off
And
the
then
field. For the
there's
last
yeah,
time.
like mid game, he's out.
Yeah.
All right, that's gonna be it for today. We might mess around with playback on Monday Night Football, but you know what? We also might just hang out. So Tuesday, we're back tomorrow. We have the morning marketplace talking all things NBA Top Shot, and then watch her work at 9:30, recapping the WNBA finals. Shout out the Aces. Wednesday, we'll have the morning marketplace, the NFL All Day Show, and Shot Tank at night. Thursday, we'll have the morning show, and then Friday, we'll have a bunch of shit for you. But yeah, we'll start having a little bit more candy content as we get into the playoffs, and then hopefully we'll have some news for next spring. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah. I'll be back. I pledge to do more candy content during the playoffs.
Yeah,
For Yogi as he watches his beloved Toronto Blue Jays lose in the ALDS.
We love to see it. Greg, good to have you back, man. Hopefully today's not too crazy for you, so you didn't waste too much energy this early. And yeah, follow all the links in the show notes. So both for Candy, for our Discord, for Playback, for Twitter, all the things. We are out.
Well, the top side streets